Welcome, my friends, my family, my fellow gamers. It's your boy, PorterRock787, your only friend these YouTube streets, back with another video. And let's just get right into it. So Phil Spencer tweeted out that he had a phone call with Sony, and that he assured them that he's not going to take away Call of Duty away from the PlayStation platform. If you're unaware of what I'm talking about, recently there has been big gaming news that Microsoft purchased Activision. And if you're not familiar with Activision, because some people just play games and they don't worry about the details of how the games are made or who made them, Activision is the publisher and owner of the studios who create the Call of Duty games that many millions and millions of gamers enjoy and play. Call of Duty is now owned by Microsoft. Xbox is owned by Microsoft. Therefore, Xbox is now the controller of Activision games and all its property. We're going to specifically focus on Call of Duty. And that has been the major impact of this news. Well, again, like I said, Phil Spencer tweeted out, had a conversation with Sony, Call of Duty is safe. But here's the thing. How safe is the game? You can bet that the games already released on PlayStation, right, such as the previous Call of Duties, the current Call of Duty that's been out, and Call of Duty Warzone free to play, those are fine. And then you could imagine games that were already contractually obligated to be on PlayStation, because there was a contract between Sony and Activision for marketing deals, blah, 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 all this stuff. I would imagine those have to be respected by right of purchase Activision. Microsoft now owns the contracts and have to be obligated to fulfill those contracts. So I could probably imagine the annual Call of Duties that are contractually obligated are remain safe. But the question is, what happens after all contractual obligations are over? Will the annual releases of Call of Duty still be on PlayStation, right? In my opinion, I think it won't. I think at a certain point, once the obligations is over, you will no longer see annual Call of Duty games on the PlayStation platform. Because number one, the new games have not been made or released on PlayStation. So there is no new audience playing those games, especially if they only appear on Xbox and PC. Now, of course, you can say, well, the fan base is still there because of the previous games. Well, a lot of those gamers, their number one go-to game is Call of Duty. So they're more of a fan of Call of Duty than they are a fan of PlayStation. So most likely they will leave the ecosystem of PlayStation and go to Xbox. And that is what Xbox wants. Because Phil Spencer, above all else, has the obligation to grow Game Pass, to grow Xbox, right? And get all that revenue and that ecosystem growth all to him, or really all to Microsoft and Xbox. That is their priority. Of course, people could bring up, well, PlayStation is the biggest fan base of Activision. Call of Duty, in terms of Call of Duty games, Call of Duty has been the number one selling game in America month after month. Activision is not going to allow that happen. The problem is with that thinking, you're talking about Activision before being owned by Xbox. Xbox owns Activision. Therefore, Activision's goals has to be what Xbox says is the goal. If Xbox says the goal is this, the goal is Game Pass, the goal is the growth of Xbox ecosystems, then Activision has to comply with that. They work for Xbox now. Xbox doesn't work for them. And at the same time, all the people who decided to sell Activision to Microsoft, those were the people, the shareholders, whoever, that were concerned about the most money and most sales. That's not their problem anymore. They sold it. Microsoft controls Activision. So all those shareholders that decided to sell the company over to Microsoft, they're done. They got their billions. They're good. Whatever happens in the future of Call of Duty, it is not their concern. That is a Microsoft concern. And right now, Microsoft, specifically Xbox, their concern is the growth of Game Pass and the growth of Xbox ecosystem. And what better game to do that than Call of Duty, which releases every year. And if you're a big Call of Duty fan and that's your go-to game, you're paying $70 for the game and you're paying for some type of subscription service to play online on a console. So you're paying at least $100 a year anyway. Microsoft wants that audience on their ecosystem. Anywhere there's Game Pass, that's where they want you to play. And since Game Pass is not on PlayStation, then the chances of these games staying on PlayStation is very slim. In my opinion, if you're a big Call of Duty fan, if that's your go-to game, if you're on PlayStation and you primarily play Call of Duty, and that's really all you care about, you might want to pay attention. right? Because if that's your go-to game, there might be a point in period where that game is no longer available on PlayStation. So, for PlayStation fans, if you're big on PlayStation, you're a fan of PlayStation, and you love the first one, you love the other games, but you still Call of Duty, you might want to consider getting an Xbox as a secondary platform. You don't have to do it now, right? But consider it, because maybe within 2 or 3 years, that might be the only place where you're going to be able to buy Call of Duty, unless you have a PC, of course. But you might want to consider getting another platform if you're a big Call of Duty fan. If Call of Duty is the only game you really play, and yes, there are gamers who really only play Call of Duty and maybe Madden, and they just switch off between the two, then Xbox might be the perfect ecosystem for you in that scenario. But anyway, let me know what you think. As a PlayStation fan or a Call of Duty fan, do you trust Phil Spencer's word that you don't have anything to worry about with the future of the Call of Duty games and remaining on PlayStation? I think the annual one's going to go exclusive. It just doesn't make sense for it to stay on PlayStation. But that's just me. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Again, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Check out the previous content that I have uploaded to the channel and stick around. 60 frames, no lag, every Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern. Anyway, your only friend is YouTube Streets, Porter Rock 37, and I'm out of here. You guys have a great weekend. Take care.